Oh, is that how it is? Fancy that. You remembered my birthday. Impressive for a plebeian. Did you notice something? It's on the very same day as Christmas because I'm such a god. Basically the most important person you'll ever meet. Oh no, don't hold your praise, let it all out today. Really, that's all? Surely you must have more to say than that. Oh, cocky bastard. That's quite a quaint one. I didn't expect you to say that. You're gonna hurt my feelings at this rate. Whatever will I do? I'm at your mercy and... Oh, wait. You can't hurt me. I'm a god. You're my servant, though, so I should give you at least that much. You can hold my coat. A present? Why, that's awfully presumptuous of you, but also I appreciate the effort. It's definitely more nice than I expected. I expect you to forget about it. The fact that you reminded me of it is just proof of how good of a servant you are. Look at you, going above and beyond your duty. I should give you something special. Maybe this'll do. Don't get cocky just because I gave you some form of physical affection. It doesn't mean that I'm head over heels for you. No, it just means that I'm a god. A merciful god. A giving god. No, don't be silly. You know better than to think that way. You of all people should know. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. You're my servant, not my equal. Yet. After last time. Why, yes, we're dating. But that's not the point, now is it? It is, but... you have a way with words, don't you? Demanding this, demanding that. What do you mean? I'm the king, God. And besides, if you're going to make demands, you best provide some substance. Oh, did I say that out loud? Of course. Yes. Mistakes happen, even to a perfect being like me. Something I would want. What do you take me for? I'm obviously so far beyond wants and desires, is not what I would say. What I want? All right. Get me the biggest mansion you can buy. Oh, none? Sorry. I don't speak broke. I just didn't know that's what was coming. Don't worry. I still treasure you. You're still my other half, aren't you? Just my slightly less attractive broke half. I'm actually kidding on the first part. You're quite attractive. Just need to work on the brains. But if you practice, you could be like me. A fraction of me. Still not as cool or as gallant or awesome, but still, you could be like me. That's something, right? It's emphasis on the like a contract, where it says like something else, but there's a bunch of little fine prints involved. Isn't that good enough? Oh, don't worry. I've got plenty of things that are normal. For instance, how I treat you. Oh, no, that wasn't on the list. I think what I would much rather you have than any of this is my attention. If you want my affection, you'll have to try better than that. Your gift? I suppose I could be troubled to open it. And what could this be? Ah. Not too shabby. You've gotten me an accessory. A necklace. Ah, and it matches yours. Perfect. Look at you. Thinking ahead of the game. I'm proud, so proud of you. You've grown up so much since we've met. I don't even need to hold your hand anymore when you use the restroom. Oh, sorry, that wasn't you. In fact, it was just my dream. Sorry, in that one I was having to take care of you. and had to hold your hands during uncivilized times. Oh, don't give me that. It's nothing of the sort. I'm much more innocent than you'd think. In fact, all of my intentions are innocent here. It's my very own birthday, and I'm going to be taking you out to dinner. How do you like that? Oh, don't thank me all at once. Or just thank me all at once. You've got an interesting way of facing my criticism. That's one thing that makes you so interesting. Every single time, you get the short end of the stick. How do you do it? You're almost so unlucky that it's amusing. No. That's not true. You're not hopeless. You're just most of the way to hopeless. Trust me, I've met hopeless people. Just look at my classmates. Oh, why the long face? It's a celebratory time. Not to mention it's a different kind of holiday. Everyone celebrates my birthday every 25th of December. Did you know that? There's no other special events. I'm more important than all that. Don't you just love me? Worship your God. Of course, I'm only joking. Half joking. Maybe I'm not joking at all. And even if I am, what does it really matter? You enjoy it, don't you? My undying attention. I can tell. Because every time I look at you, you're drooling with anticipation. I practically can't do a thing without you hanging on my every word. Such is the way of a king god like me. And such, you interest me. I think you are a good match with me. Somewhat. I just wonder how much it will last. Can you really keep up with me? Friendly competition, you're on. Name your prize. A romantic night with me. To seriously take you serious? You know, I said it twice for a reason. Because I was so surprised. Why else? You wanting romance? That's kind of cute, actually. Almost cute enough that I'd give in without the fight, but I want to see you struggle. Oh, a game of rock, paper, scissors? Fine, then. We can do that. Best 2 out of 3. Shall we? Rock, paper, scissors! See, you can't win that easy. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, you got me. Now, down to the final one. Rock, paper, scissors. There must be a mistake. There's simply no way that you would... Did you reverse my reverse psychology? No. I'd be angry if it wasn't under my watchful eye and and if I didn't plan on it. Obviously, I planned on it because showing you at least this much is the least I could do. What? You know exactly what you got. When you started dating me. You didn't have a choice in the matter, but that's not the point. Now why don't we get a move on before the food and the entertainment shuts off? We only have till a certain time, you know. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. A wonderful little date. You asked for it. Don't forget about that. It's an important key feature of our night together. Because you did ask for it, I'm going to have to require a certain amount of class. Let's get you dressed up, shall we? And if you really make me impressed, I might just do something nice. You never know. I've got all kinds of secrets. Knives, guns, kisses, hugs. Words that would make you crawl on the ground for me. The control I use on you, does it ever bother you? Oh, really? If it bothers you then, why don't you do something about it? Compete with me, if you dare. Oh, but that never ends well for you, does it? We'll have to find a way that I can dumb myself down to where you can compete. Oh, your victory. Yes, that was all within my calculations. You see, I had a 50% chance of winning that. Yes. It was pure chance, but also a game of intuition. Clearly, I've made my intentions too bold. And you knew my pride was too much. So I couldn't go back on my choice. And here we are, on our way to a lovely date. What's the matter? Can't handle me? I'm just playing around. So what's the matter? You're making things difficult. Of course, I could just have a fun little time with you, but where's the fun if I'm not tormenting you? Oh, rising to the challenge, are we? Great. It'll make it that much more satisfying once you fall to your knees in my amusement. Oh, and trust me, it's a promise you will fall to your knees at some point. Wouldn't you like to know? Though something tells me you already know. Oh, wouldn't that be a shame? Tarnishing such an innocent approach to something not on my watch. I would never even dream of it. But I'll let it swivel in your mind. Now, since it's my birthday, and I love to hear myself talk, and I love to torment you, why don't we go to the most romantic place we can? We'll go to that wonderfully exquisite boutique that just opened up. What is it, a French restaurant? Perhaps it's Italian. I don't really pay attention, I just know it costs a lot of money. That's all that really matters. Now that we have that... Joffrey? Yes, get over here. Oh, sorry. He's my personal driver. You've met him last time. Now, here he is. After you. And we're off. This new silent car is all the rave, though I'm not sure if I like it more than the others. Can you hear it? Not even the door shutting makes a sound. It's that high-tech. But I suppose it's something. You think even the tires hitting around the ground, it would make some kind of noise, but, well, money talks, and money also makes silent. You're so cute when you're flustered like that. What's that? It tells me that you're someone asking for it. Asking for what, you might ask? That's quite simple. You're asking for more of my attention. After all, you did bet me for a romantic night of my time, so I'll just have to be the most romantic man you've ever had. So, do bear with me. This is a learning experience for us both. I've never had time to waste my wonderful personality on someone who's, well, I'm dating, but who's also in the process of learning to be as good as me. Not quite there yet. Oh, sorry, that wasn't very romantic. I'll replace it with something more generic for something like this. I love you. Like the stars in the sky. How many there are, yet you stick out among even the most refined. And if I'm honest, I've never felt this way about someone else, only about myself. So it makes you outlandishly unique, and quite amazing to have gotten that much of my time and focus. That would usually be on myself. Think about it. You've made quite the investment putting yourself in these shoes. Not easy to do, I imagine, but I appreciate it. You spending so much of your own free time wishing to be romantic with me. I'd say you were an adoring fan, but I think it's more than that. You must really want to get to know me. I am better than anyone else, but, well, now that we're dating, I suppose it's just natural. You want to choose the best person to spend the rest of your life with. It's quite easy. It's uncontestedly me. So I concur that your romantic night must start off right. I should say nice things about you, unlike the usual. I mean, I think what I say is pretty nice. It's just, my sparkling personality, glistening with all that honesty and venom in my, my choice words. Now, why don't we get to the nice flattery? You've got a very, very wonderful smile. It's decadent like ice cream, but sweet like chocolate. Not that ice cream isn't sweet, but chocolate's more rich. I like my loves like I like sweets. Rich, creamy, perfectly in tune with my sweet tooth. Now, while we're on the subject of it, what is it you want? Other than my undying attention and affection, you must have something you want. I can't very well let my date go uncared for. Now about that. Can I get you anything? You should appreciate all the effort I'm putting into it, because you wouldn't usually get this side of me. You won the bet fair and square, and I know that I need to abide by it. There's no sense if I'm not a man of my word, so tonight is going to blow your mind, I promise. Now, what would you like to do once we're there? It's a nightclub slash 5-star restaurant. I know there's only 3, but they added the extra 2 because they've had 5 Michelin stars so far. Or you could just say it's on Yelp, a 5-star. Of course, I don't use such plebeian sites. I use the expensive Yelp. Help. I need all the help I can get. Or so that's their slogan. It's a subscription service, only $500 a month. I know, it's so cheap. I almost didn't use it until I realized it only has the best food around, and reviews made by people almost as snobby as my neighbors. Of course, that's a double-edged sword. You can't always be snobby in life. I have to be humble when I'm with you, at least if I'm making this about you. You're wonderful, you know that? I've got plenty for you, don't worry. When I say you're wonderful, it's an understatement. I've enjoyed our time. You've entertained someone far greater than yourself, which proves your potential. That alone makes you worth it. Aren't you happy? Someone telling you you're good enough. Isn't that what you always wanted? It's what I always craved. Until I got it. And then I realized something. I can be better than that. And better than that. And even better than that. And you can too. For 3 easy payments of $19.95 is what you probably thought I was going to say. No, there's no buying your way into glory here. You've got to earn it. But you've already proven yourself better than the rest, so I'll give you credit where credit is due. You have credence, you have potential, and I'll give you some love for that. Now, it may be my birthday, but I want you to have something special to remember it by. So I'll give you just a bit more cuddles than normal. You better appreciate this, as I wouldn't do it for anyone. Strange. You look cute even when you're not frustrated. I wonder why. I guess you're cute if you do, cute if you don't. Aw, you're giving me your best frustrated face. But don't be too frustrated, my love. We're here already. To your wonderful place in which we can make sweet this date. Or maybe I should say I can tease you. How do you like to be teased today? I'm sure I could think of something that would entertain you. Perhaps a kiss in public, getting out the door and seeing red carpet. What? Oh, here we are. Reservations for Karma Akabane and his lovely love. What, I had to make last-minute reservations, but calling favors on someone who you have so much influence upon is so easy. There's no pressure, not even slightly. You just be you and enjoy yourself. See, it can be enjoyable with a little bastard like me. Though I consider myself more of a god usually, so we'll just say I'm a bastard god. Now, if you'd take your seat, we can begin our wonderful meal. Interesting. You really do like your words, don't you? Judging by that blush on your cheek. I've gotten under your skin now. That's exactly what I was trying for, and it's just so perfect that it gets to you every time. You never cease to amuse me. Not bad at all. However, you'll have to try better if you want to charm me. Oh wait, this night isn't about me. It's about making you feel special. Now, why don't we proceed as usual, and we'll make the most of the night. I'll make you swoon for me, and I'll, make it easier, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Oh, but that's not to say it won't. Well, I'd never let it be boring, but let's see. Why don't we play a little game? You imagine something and I try and tell you what you're thinking about. Oh no, I'll go first. What am I thinking about? Close. No, I was thinking about... Well, it's difficult to explain, I guess, without sounding like a complete maniac. I'm not a maniac, I'm just a creative thinker. Finding ways to stick things under fingernails, spicy things in the nose, you know, the usual. It's completely average if you ask me. As for the rest of it, I was thinking about you. How you look delightful in the right outfit, and how you have won a bet. How I'm gonna get back at you later. You know, make my promises come true. Otherwise, I'd be a liar, and that'd be a shame. I've got to make sure I get my proper revenge for all this. Of course, I might be joking. You never know. You look like you're thinking you're slightly frustrated at me with a hint of angst. You want to get back at me. You want to put me in my place, don't you? You want me to suffer a little. Oh, how cute. Oh, really? Even you have some surprises. But still, I can tell you're flustered, and that's enough. Don't you just love me? Every single time you think you're on top and No. Let me rephrase that. How's your night going, honey? Are you enjoying our romantic getaway? Oh, I'm just doing it for your sake. Teasing is half the fun, isn't it? Making you feel like you're small and helpless before a god. Isn't that what you always wanted? What an interesting twist of fate. Of course, I predicted it from the start, but it's still interesting. Might seem like a twist of fate to you. To a more simple mind. As for the rabble, don't worry about it. There's nothing to fear. I'll just make this night that much more amazing. You asked for me. A romantic getaway. Just the two of us. Isn't this just how you imagined it? Now it's your turn. What am I thinking about now? Oh, so sorry. You weren't anywhere near what I was actually thinking. I was imagining hanging you upside down and dripping candle wax on your unscathed body. And what's wrong with that? Do you have a problem with candle wax or my methods? I can't decide what I want to do with you yet, though there's one promise I need to fulfill. Why is it you fell for me? You answered pretty decently last time, but for my birthday wish, what I really want to know is why you fell for me. Is it that you're some kind of super tease addict? Do you like when I tease you? When I make you flustered? It makes things exciting, doesn't it? Ooh, that could definitely be it. Or maybe it's because I'm such a confident man. Or maybe you can tell that I'm just better than all the rest. No matter the case, I just want to hear it from you in your own words. Why do you want me as your one and only man? Ah, I suppose that's true. You deserve accolades for such an effort. I suppose I just have to accept it now, don't I? Truth be told, you are incredibly innocent, and all the more fun to take advantage of. Not for all the wrong reasons, but all the reasons that benefit me. Entertainment, endorsing, and, bending to my will. The usual. It's all simple, give and take. I give you, something, and you give me entertainment and fun. I get to look at your awe-stricken face each time. Don't you love it? The way I mock you with my gestures and my fun little ways of putting you in your place, which is by my side. Now, no need to get up in a fuss. I'm going to make sure it's worth your while. Look at this wonderful food. It's an 8-course meal. An 11-course meal if you count desserts. Isn't it good? To your liking? It's my favorite place to eat, and when we're done, we can go dancing. Oh, don't worry. It's no reason to be shy just because you're wearing quite that flashy little garb. Never fear. I dressed you as I wanted you to be dressed. And, of course, my maids and servants do the rest. I get what I want no matter what it is. You're the one outlier to that. You're the one that questions me, the only one who faces me in another light, and I love it. I love that you have backbone enough to dare to stand up to me. Everyone always is bootlicking, but not you. You always try and put me in my place, even if you fail miserably. It adds to your allure. It makes you very cute. And I love that about you. You're so cutely naive in thinking you can beat me, or put up any remote distance or possible way of beating me. Ah, you're still on about the rock, paper, scissors. Games of chance. And of course, at rating someone who's proud, you had a distinct advantage. Of course, you'll never know if I let you win or not. What do you think? What's it going to be? Now or never? Oh, of course I did. I let you win because I felt like taking you out to dinner. You know, after you've paid for it so many times. Now, let's not get into promises. I don't need such things, and neither do you. If you want me to make a promise, you're gonna have to earn it. So how about another game over dinner? If you can finish your meal, all 11 courses, before me, well, it won't be too difficult. It's more like an endurance test. If you manage to finish your meal at all, I'll even put that stipulation. Then, I'll grant you one wish. Of course, how about I define the wish to make it more alluring? I'll give you all of my glass heart. That's not the only thing, though. Something of your choice for later, perhaps. Yes, we'll find something that suits you. Something that's perfect. You see, you're perfect in my eyes. You just don't know it yet. There's a lot of things you don't seem to understand because you're so caught up in things that you do. You psych yourself up. You make yourself think you're not good enough when you really are. Oh, it shouldn't be me telling you this, but as your boyfriend, fiancé, husband-to-be, I figured I might as well give you a little bit of a hint. You just seemed like you needed it. Not that you seemed dumb or anything, just desperate. Oh, sorry, did that come out right? By desperate, I mean for knowledge. What were you thinking, silly? You know, in all honesty, I couldn't even slight you for coming on to me like you did. Do you know why? It's pretty simple, really. I think you have quite the redeeming features, but you just don't realize it. And to an extent, it pissed me off to see such raw talent being thrown and scuffed to the ground. So I let you bother me, and I might have even gotten something out of it. I haven't been this happy in a long time. For all my riches and talents, it's a lonely world for me. You know, the people at the very tip-top of everything, they're the most lonely, and you know why? It's because they're above everyone so handedly. When you don't have anyone to relate to, what do you do with your time? After you get bored of looking in the mirror, which I don't, mind you, you get an understandable amount of frustration at how little you can do. Because the lack of things I can't. Once you've done everything you can do, it gets boring. Life becomes a prison, but you've helped me escape from it. Made me happier than I ever knew I could be. Sometimes it's the simple things. In my case, that simple thing is you. And, well, you should be proud of that. The simplest things in life can be the most joyous. And as much as it's difficult for me to admit it, you've been a very special part of mine. In fact, I would go so far as to say I've never met someone quite so interesting, so fun, so entertaining. Entertaining feeds into my appreciation of you, which of course means that I... Love is a strong word, one which I've never been truly able to associate with something, though I think perhaps you may be the first. No. Me, in love with someone. What are the chances of that? No, it couldn't be. Clearly, we're just misunderstanding this together. Though to think you'd be on the same page as me. Oh, you can prove it? And how would that be? Making my heart flutter? Well, I suppose that's as true a sign of love as any. Then? Flustering me? Of course you're not. Everyone tries, but what makes you think you're more special than the competition? Well, you are, on one hand. I don't want you to think that you're just some rabble to me, but I can't let you get overconfident either. So, I'll test it. I have to say it to you without being flustered. That's simple. Clearly, I just say, la. First time was just a warm-up, obviously. I love you. I'm not flustered at all. Clearly, it's your imagination, then. I've got no imagination like that, and maybe it's one of your talents, and besides, Yes, I think you might be right. I know when I'm defeated, and that's never. But perhaps I've chosen to accept loving you. Yes, that must be it. I've chosen to accept loving you, so I will accept loving you. It's as simple as that. I'm not losing to the love. I'm choosing to accept it, just as I should. No. See, there's a reason for all things, so I guess I really do love you. And rightfully so. I guess you deserve it. Even I'll admit that. Thank you. You know, it's a very lonely world. It's like I was saying. While I'm not so good with sentiments, it's very important to me that I have someone. As there's been many years where I was simply too good for the competition, and I ended up alone, with no one there who actually liked me. No one there who actually wanted to be around me. And while I pretended it didn't hurt me, of course it didn't hurt me that much, it still didn't feel very nice. And for what it's worth, you've changed my life just a bit. Even though you're rather simple, you've made me think of things, given me new ideas, and refreshed my life that felt pretty melancholy. I'm not one for admitting when I'm wrong, because I'm never wrong. But I misjudged you. You came to my birthday party, and even got me a gift. That's not to say I'm not the proud god still, but what kind of benevolent being would I be if I didn't appreciate the person who made a difference in my life? You saved me, in a certain sense, from my boredom, from my... Yes, you've seen through me, I suppose, because I've let you. I was lonely. I didn't enjoy life like I used to. Torturing people wasn't the same. It lost its draw, and money felt like nothing. I was rich, famous, powerful, and unhappy. I didn't know why until I met you. I didn't have someone to spoil, someone to take care of, someone to torment, and someone to play with. I'd lost it along the way, all those things that made me the cocky jerk that I was. You've given them back to me. And for that I should make sure you're the paramount of my focus and give back to you as well. No, make no doubt, I didn't mean it like that. You've been good. Very good. You get a free complimentary headband. And, well, because I like hearing myself talk and I like hearing you talk, this losing of the game was intentional. I really did lose intentionally. I wanted to know what it felt like, what it was like to lose to someone. No matter what, I wanted you to see me. See me for what I am. And be able to enjoy my birthday like I wanted to. And to that end, I constructed this master plan. Of course, there's some hiccups in the road, but I think things all in all have gone exactly as I wanted them to. You played into my hands and... Flustered. Blushing. No, clearly you're just... There's no way. I have feelings for you, but that's... You must be hearing things. Obviously, you're my pawn, you're my underling, you're... You've definitely got the nerve on you, don't you? Trying to surpass me. Well, you're doing a pretty good job. I must admire your efforts. So I'll return your efforts with some of my own. You know, I've not felt this way before in my life. To think you'd use such a cheat on me. Your cheat magic won't work. I'm obviously beyond it. You can't convince me otherwise. Even if I know I'm being hard-headed, I can't magically change my ways and make it something I'm unfamiliar with. I'm not too good at this kind of thing. Even I have my faults, my godlike composure and everything, but I feel as though you really are something special. Beyond special, even. You've changed me. And that's saying something. I want to reward that. But my confident little heart won't let things stay like that, so everyone out of the restaurant. Yes, I'll pay for the difference. Consider it everyone out of this restaurant and club. That's that. Yes, get them out. Now, where were we? Here's our meal here. But there's something I think you've been dying to have, isn't it? Dessert, of course. What did you think I meant, silly? Oh? Well, that can be arranged, too. Now that there's no one here, everyone has the day off. Would you look at that? We're here alone in this area, this big restaurant. This restaurant that might as well be our home. What does that mean? Simply put, we can do anything without getting in trouble. It doesn't matter what's on that mind of yours, and don't try and hide it because I know you better than that. We can do anything. Dance the night away. Or we could invite everyone back in. After all, this god will make it happen. Or that. Remember that promise we discussed? Well, I'm here to call it. You want a dessert? Well, bon appetit. There you are. It doesn't matter that it's unconventional. There's sushi bars served like this, just a bit less conventional than that. Now, you did ask for something else, so I gave it to you. Never mind the location. Never mind that it's me. Have fun now. Look at you. You're my little cute simpleton enjoying their dessert. Isn't it great? You got what you wanted and I get what I want. Just like always. You're such a good little love. I almost called you a pawn, but you're not quite that anymore. Not bad. Getting me flustered is definitely more than most can say. I'll give it to you. You're my wonderful little pawn, but so much more. My partner. I think that's what I should refer to you as now. My beautiful, wonderful partner who makes me feel so amazing. Just like that promise from earlier fulfilled. You're something else, aren't you? Yes, well, I'd have to return the favor, of course. So why don't we do an unconventional means and I pick you up like this. I can also have some dessert. Not bad. A little tangy, but the perfect dessert for the perfect meal. Thank you for a happy birthday now. Greedy as usual, I see. No, you're fine. Aren't you? Be sure to breathe now. You sure do talk a lot for your mouthful. Make sure to abide by your manners now. And so will I. It's win-win, isn't it? Not bad. Could use a hint of love. Maybe a bit of spice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Exquisite and romantic. Look at you. Making me go all out. Impressive in your own right, aren't you? I knew I loved you for a reason. A big reason. Happy birthday to me. Definitely. There's a reason why you're mine, and all mine, all the time. Why, I want you more than anything. Why, I'll continue to want you more than anything. No matter where you go, and no matter what happens. Don't get too carried away. Oh, on second thought, please do. Our little shenanigans are getting quite exquisite. And I regret nothing choosing you. What a wonderful day. And a wonderful ending to it. You're all mine, aren't you? Why don't you say, oh, sorry? I guess you couldn't say it, could you? Not while things are like this. Still completely in control, as usual. That's my job. Now, let's not try and contest for authority. You don't want it, do you? You've got dessert to finish. Be sure to enjoy now. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't understand you. Every time I just happen to... Oh, you seem like you're getting every bit more flustered with that. Well, let's say we finish this up then. Oh, not because I'm rushing, but because I've got something more I want from you. And that's how you do it. Your fault, of course. Making such a mess. At least you helped me clean up. Dinner and dessert can be, oh, so messy. Now, what is it you want to do after dessert? I was thinking maybe some dancing on the dance floor so I could give you a rundown on how much I actually do feel for you. I feel something fierce for you. And while I'm still new to love and it's my birthday, it feels more like a chance to meet with you properly. That makes me a million times more happy. So please, don't get the wrong idea. I'll be making sure that you have happy memories and lots to go on. Happy times, happy kisses, happy hugs, happy dancing, you name it. Of course, there's going to be a fair share of teasing, torture, and otherwise, but you expected that when you walked through the door with me. Oh, but don't mind me. I'll take good care of you. If taking good care of you means I get to tease you every living, waking moment that you're ever alive. Oh, wait, I think I already agreed upon that in the contract that you signed. Oh, sorry. Was that a bit too much? It's too bad, really. You could have done it without signing the contract. No. Don't worry about it. I'd never enact it unless you pissed me off. Then I'd have to do something drastic, like give you a kiss. Or cuddles like this. You know, I do so enjoy cuddles with you. It's for multiple reasons, really. Because cuddles with you means I get to have some more fun. More fun that we don't usually get to. Sound good? Of course it does. Because you're madly in love with me. Not that that's a problem, of course. You wouldn't want to not be madly in love with me, would you? Wouldn't that be boring? You'd just be empty inside, and I would be empty inside too. Neither of us would win. And I want us both to win, as long as I get to have my fun with you. You know, the same thing goes with any loving relationship, right? It's use and love and love. Ebb and flow and all those funny little words that you might not understand. And that's fine, because you can leave the understanding to me. I'll just finish up things and give you what exactly you want. A birthday with your king. Your god king. Or your king god if you prefer. Whichever one sounds more gaudy. We'll figure it out as we go, and we'll just leave it at that. Whatever works, I don't really care one way or the other. As long as I get my dancing with you like this, my cuddles later, then I can't complain about a dang thing. Oh, of course, it's part of the contract too. I've leveraged for more cuddles, 50% more cuddles for that to be exact, and 20% more dancing and 80% more love. I didn't even plan on the love clause, but apparently we're going to have to make use of it, now that you've made me slightly infatuated with you and quite in love in my own way. Blame yourself, if anyone. It's your own dang fault. Now, take responsibility. Your king needs you. Or should I say your prince? Your god prince king? God prince king, twice removed and 3 times as awesome. We'll just choose to go with something like that. Wouldn't want it to be gaudy, right? I love you now, and thank you for the happy birthday. It's all thanks to you, after all. Rejoice, you have the praise of your god king, prince everything. Good, right? I thought so too.